Hi team, Melissa from Melissa vs. Fibromyalgia here, and I wanted to do something a little bit different, maybe a little bit controversial. I have a hypothesis, but I also have what I believe is the closest we can get to recovered, or the closest we can get to a bit better. I believe that everybody can improve their quality of life. If you're suffering from chronic pain, chronic fatigue, insomnia, fibromyalgia, myofascial pain syndrome, I believe that there are steps we can take to improve our quality of life. I'm not sure about complete recovery or cure, but I personally have halved my pain levels and fatigue levels. I have dramatically improved my sleep. I no longer spend hours getting to sleep. I no longer sleep in 1 hour blocks. I no longer spend hours awake in pain in the middle of the night, and I am just doing so much better than before, and that's concentrated steps, and that's also listening to the advice of the authors of these two books I'm going to show you. So if you are wherever you're at your journey, but especially if you're at the beginning of your journey, I believe if you get on top of it, then you will stop that spiral down, and it's so much easier to improve and to get a little bit better. So there's two books I recommend, and if you follow the protocols in these books, and if you can get a doctor to help you do their part of the protocol in the book, I really believe that you can improve your quality of life. So the first book is The Fibro Manual by Dr. Lipton. Now, she's a doctor who has fibromyalgia herself. In an interview recently, she said she's about 80% better to what she was. She also said she believes that we will have the tools in the next 10 years for complete recovery. I really hope that's true. That gave me so much hope and made me so excited. But this manual is amazing, and it takes you through step by step. Obviously, she can't break down every step, and so some of it is quite difficult and will take you some time. But if you can find a doctor who will help you with the bits they need to help you with, like testing and sleep medicines, and if you can work through all of the steps, I believe that you will be able to see improvement. So that is number one. And the other book, which I love, is From Fatigue to Fantastic by Dr. Jacob Teitelbaum. Now, I saw an interview with him recently, and he was saying that he has been asked to do an updated edition of this book, which I'm really excited about. So both of these books run on the same premise. So it's a holistic approach. There's a multiple kind of pronged approach. Start with sleep. Without sleep, we are not going to improve that much. I didn't start improving until I started sleeping. And I have done all the things over the years. I've tried a lot of natural things, and it wasn't until low-dose naltrexone that I was able to start sleeping in more than a couple of hour blocks and reduce that pain and fatigue, which is what really helped with the sleep. And so you don't actually know exactly what's going to help, but by following the processes in these books, one or both, you are bound to find something that works for you. Even if you only found one nugget in these books, I feel like you could improve your quality of life, because first you need good information, which these books provide. Unfortunately, not everybody finds it in their doctors, but these books are written with your doctor in mind, and they both have summaries which you can take to your doctors, which I find amazing. But if you are able to follow instructions and try little bits yourself, I feel like you will be able to get there. The cool thing about Dr. Lipton is she's also written the Fiber Food Formula, so she's breaking that down, because of course both parts of it is saying, optimize your nutrition. So in the Fiber Food Formula, she's talking about how to break it down, how to have better nutrition when you are tired and in pain. So I really appreciate that, because of course it all breaks down. So yes, work on sleep, but that's a huge issue on its own. Yes, work on hormones, but that requires your doctor to help you with that. And work on nutrition, which of course needs to be broken down and takes a lot of time and trial and error, because we don't know. Personally, there's no one way that fixes things for everybody, unfortunately. And then of course exercise as able, that's a whole other thing. So there's quite a lot to it, but I believe that if you want to DIY it, pick up these books and start making little steps. Maybe read the book and then write notes down as you're going, or write bits down that you think you can tackle, and then slowly work your way through it. If you wanted to look at getting some help with me, then you could get some coaching with me or another health coach, and just let them help you break it down into little bits, because what you need to do is break down the whole into little manageable chunks and then focus on those one at a time, because it is very overwhelming and there's a lot to think about. So just however you approach it, just break it down into manageable chunks. But what do you think? Do you think that you can improve your quality of life? Have you done it? Have you followed these books or another protocol and dramatically improved your quality of life? Do you have something to recommend or tips to help other people? Let us know in the comments below. I'd really love to hear from you. Do you think you can dramatically improve your quality of life by following these? I really do think we can, especially if we get in early. If everybody who was diagnosed at the beginning was handed one of these 2 books and was able to kind of halt the physiological kind of progression. So I was left for years with high levels of pain, high levels of fatigue, and poor sleep. If I'd been able to cut it off at the beginning, I wouldn't have had to heal so many other things on the way. So many other physiological cascade effects wouldn't have happened. So I feel like if everybody was given it at the beginning, they would be able to reduce their journey, reduce how bad it gets, and hopefully get to higher levels of wellness. But I also believe that if you put this book into the hands of someone who has been struggling for a long time, I do believe that they could also improve. But it is really about us doing the work. And I know I've said this a lot of times before, but I was waiting for a doctor to help and it just wasn't happening. And even now I have a doctor who is amazing. I'm still the one doing the work. I'm the one looking for things to try. I'm the one every day doing all of those little bits and pieces. I'm doing my sleep hygiene. I'm taking my supplements. I'm doing my research. I'm resting and pacing, doing the meditation, all of it. It really does come down to me and working with my doctor proactively. I've got 15-minute appointments when I see him, so working together and proactively and coming to him and working on it as a team has been really important. So these books, I think, will just kind of really help you with that and really break it down for you and help you to create a big list of things to just tackle one at a time slowly. So let me know how it goes for you if you do it. Come and join the conversation in the Melissa You versus Chronic Pain, Chronic Fatigue, Fibromyalgia Facebook group. I would love to hear your goals, your experiments, how it's going. And again, let us know in the comments below, because I want everyone to hear the positive stories instead of just the negative ones. If you like these videos, hit like and subscribe so that you can catch some more, and do go and see my archives. I've got over 100 videos, so it's likely that whatever area you're working on right now, I've made a video about or written about on my blog, melissaversusfibromyalgia.com, and I'll talk to you guys next time.